All right, folks, let's go ahead and get started. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, depending on where you're joining us from today. I would like to welcome you to today's webcast covering our new Workload Automation Agent Manager. Before I hand you off to Daniel and the team for the presentation, just a couple of things I need to go through. First, a few questions during the session, and we always hope that you do. We want these to be interactive if possible. Please use the questions box along the right-hand side of your screen, right under the GoToWebinar control panel to ask those questions, and we'll get through as many of those as we can during our time together today. If for some reason we don't get through everything, if we run out of time, or if something requires some extra research, I'll make sure that I capture all of your information and your questions and hand them off to Daniel so he can follow up with you after. We are recording today's session. The replay will be available later this week out in probably the ESP and the CA7 communities, so you can look for it there if you want to watch some or part of it again, or if you want to share it with a colleague. And the last thing for me is we want to make sure these sessions are as valuable as possible. So I pulled together a short survey that will pop up at the end of the webcast. If you could give us some feedback, I know everyone involved would really appreciate it. That's it for me, so take it away, Daniel.
Thank you for the introduction, Len. So, hello everyone, my name is Daniel and I am product owner for the ESP Workload Automation and also for the Workload Automation Agent Manager, which went GA recently. And today we will give you more details about the Agent Manager, and as well we will give you the live demonstration. And that's basically also the agenda for today. So I will do a brief introduction into the area and the problems that we are addressing with the Agent Manager, and then I will pass my word to Juraj Dušička, who is one of our software engineers, and he will give you the live demonstration of the product. Okay. As always, we will be starting just with this short disclaimer. In a nutshell, it says that all the information that you will see in this presentation for your informational purpose only. After disclaimer, we can jump straight to it. So first of all, Agent Manager, system agents, and why, right? System agents are one of the key integration components of Broadcom's workload automation products that allows the schedulers to automate, monitor, and manage workload across a range of platforms, which is enabling the mainframe schedulers, as on this picture you can see our two flagship mainframe schedulers, ESP Workload Automation and CA7 Workload Automation, to schedule the workload on the distributed platforms like Windows, Linux, etc. The agents themselves can be even enhanced with the business-specific agents, which are also known as plugins that deals with the specific business use case. For example, integration with SAP and Oracle and others. So, just based on this, you can see that the agents are bringing a lot of benefits for us, enable us to connect these platforms and so on. However, there are also some challenges associated with the agents. Our customers, like you, are typically dealing with the very complex environments. And in these environments, you will have dozens, hundreds, or even thousands of the system agents deployed. And when you are getting into these higher numbers, just getting the visibility into where the agent is deployed, what is the current version of the agent, or which plugins are enabled on that agent is becoming quite challenging. Producing some report of the agents that are used with the schedulers you have in-house, again, the same problem. And this is just, the visibility or the reporting. The next thing is that sometimes you also need access to those agents to retrieve the additional information. For example, something went wrong and you want to look into the agent log file. And now, how you will get there, right? You typically need to talk to various departments which will have access there to provide you with the information, or request the access to that specific server and gather it yourself. One way or another, you would typically need to go through some process allowing to do so. Quite similar it will be with the configuration changes. Just imagine again that you want to activate some plugin on the agent. First, you need to have the access or find someone who has access to the machine, change the agent parameters, and then restart the agent to make the changes effective. Last piece here, agent upgrades. It's kind of the similar story. Of course, there will be new releases of the agents because we are working on introducing new functionalities with the agents, as well as mitigating or fixing some vulnerabilities that might be discovered during the time and similar situations. And again, when you need to upgrade the agent, you need to have the access to the machine or have someone who can do it for you, find the time, stage the agent for the installation, install the agent, restart it, and so on. If you summarize all of these things together, you can expect that these requests or requirements to have multiple people involved will bring or will be associated with some delays. And that is something that we don't like. Therefore, we have introduced the Agent Manager. It's already available. It was GA'd on April 17th, which is a tool allowing for central administration of your system agents. And the administration is done from web UI, and it's supporting connection to multiple instances of both ESP and CA7. So one agent manager can be there to actually manage or maintain the agents that are associated with multiple instances or even multiple schedulers in your environments. And this tool runs on Unix system services. What it brings, it's kind of just the response to the problems that I was talking about, the visibility into your agents, capabilities to create the reports, get the log files, view or update the agent configuration, issue some basic commands to the agent, and also ultimately it allows you to upgrade the agents from a central place. Yeah. One good news, which is there also associated with the agent manager, it is already available to all ESP and CA7 customers who have active contracts. So you can just go download it, install it, and start using it. For some of you, this slide might not be new if you have already attended some of our previous webinars or the reviews we were scheduling, but this is a high-level overview of how the Agent Manager solution is built or how it works. So as you can see on the picture, the end user will actually interact with the Agent Manager through the web UI, which is communicating with the Agent Manager server running in the backend. The Agent Manager server is aggregating the data from CA7 and or ESP REST APIs that are associated with the given instances of CA7 or ESP. For sending the messages to the specific agents, again, everything is routed through the schedulers, so there is no direct communication between the Agent Manager server and the system agents themselves. Everything is going through the existing communication channels established between the schedulers themselves and the system agents. What is or what might be interesting on this picture is that you can see that the Agent Manager is actually leveraging the REST APIs of the given schedulers, which means that there were new endpoints introduced on this REST APIs. And these endpoints, in fact, can be used independently of the agent manager itself. So, for example, if you want to open some of the possibilities that are supported by these endpoints in your in-house built applications, or you want to somehow incorporate the operations with the agents to your CI/CD pipelines, that's all possible. So here is just a taste of the APIs that are available on ESP REST API and CA7 REST API. You can see there is a little difference between them, that the list for the CA7 is a little shorter, and that's because the CA7 doesn't support yet the actions to quiesce and unquiesce / restart the communication with the agent. So actually these two endpoints for quiescing and restarting the communication are missing there. What you also will not find in this list for the APIs is the upgrade action. And simply it is because that is a bit more complicated process, and I want to explain it in this slide. Of course, everything will be shown during the live demo given by Juraj. So this is more like, let's say, the conceptual level to get you the idea, and then of course you will see it in action. So when the upgrade is happening, the user first needs to import the installer to the agent manager. This action, of course, can be done just once, right? And then the already imported installer can be leveraged for the upgrade of many agents. After the installer is imported to the agent manager, the next step is staging the agent for upgrade. Staging means that you will select the agent which is supposed to be staged for the upgrade, and the agent manager through the scheduler will send the agent manager, will send the system agent a message that he should download this upgrade artifact from the agent manager. You can also associate this with staging some pre or post installation scripts that will be executed before or after the installation. So after the staging will be complete, and also important to mention that till that point the agent is fully operational, the workload can be running there, these actions are, let's say, happening in the background, you can perform the actual upgrade. So again, the user will just initiate the upgrade from the UI, we will send the message to the agent that the upgrade should be started. When this is happening, the agent will be stopped for some time, the installation will happen, and then the agent will be restarted. Then it will report the state back to the agent manager that will be visible in the logs that you can then see also from the UI. If something will happen that the upgrade will not be successful, the action or the agent will be automatically reverted to its previous installed version. So we are getting really close to the live demo part, but before we get there, there is one important information I wanted to share with you. Everything you will be seeing today is part of the live demo and the UI itself. You can have your hands-on experience with it without the need to install the agent manager in any of your even development or test environments. You can use deployed an existing Broadcom instance of the agent manager to have the hands-on experience with it before you will decide to install it in-house. So what are the steps that you should follow if you are interested to try the agent manager out yourself? So first of all, you would need to create a Broadcom account using your corporate email address, only in case you already don't have it, right? I believe the majority of you would have it. But if there is anyone who doesn't have it, first this will be like the step 1. After you will have the Broadcom account created, please just let me know about your interest. So send me an email that you would like to try the Agent Manager out, and I will provide you with the needed credentials that you will use to log in into the application, and also some additional information on how exactly you can access the workload automation Agent Manager instance running in our environment. And this will actually summarize my introduction part. And now we will take a look on how the application looks like and what capabilities it offers. So, Juraj, it's yours.
Yeah, hello. So my name is Juraj, and I'm a member of the ESP development team, and I'm going to demonstrate some functionality of the Workload Automation Agent Manager. So basically now what you can see here on the screen is the login screen of the Agent Manager. This screen appears when you enter the host name where the Agent Manager started task run and the port configured port for the Workload Automation Agent Manager. Here you can provide the username and password. Just to know, there are two account types available. One is administrator account that can actually manage agents, schedulers, and installers, and the other one is the operator account that is basically only to view all the connected agents. So let me first try to log in with the administrator account. And after the login, you can see the agent screen. It's currently empty because no scheduler is actually connected. This is out of the box state. So the first task the administrator needs to do is to connect a scheduler. And for that, you need to go to the schedulers page and click to add button. And the dialog window shows up. Here you have to provide the scheduler's name. I'm gonna use the name ESPJ. Basically, you can name it how you want, but I'm gonna use my scheduler subsys ID. This is a good practice. The other thing you need to provide is scheduler type. My scheduler is ESP, and the host name where the scheduler is running on. REST API port. And scheduler username is the account that the agent manager is communicating with the REST API for the of the scheduler. I'm using the same username like I logged in to the agent manager, but this doesn't have to be always the case. So after inserting all the needed information, you have a possibility to test the connection. You can see that it was successful. So we can go ahead and proceed with pushing the add button. By pushing the add button, actually the connection is tested again, and after this connection is successful, the scheduler is added to the scheduler page. We can see here already the first record on the schedulers page. So what we can see here is the information about the status of the scheduler. We can see it's online. Here is a kebab menu. It basically provides the options we can also access through the buttons over here. So we can basically either edit the scheduler properties, some of them, or to remove the scheduler. Scheduler type, we can see that the number of agents defined for the given scheduler, the host name where it resides, and the REST API port. So now when we go back to the agent page, we already can see all the agents. The page is populated with all the agents that are defined in the scheduler's parmlib agent dev member. We can see that the count of all the defined schedulers here. When we select a specific scheduler, for example, the information we can see for every scheduler is again the status of the scheduler. It's online or offline. The status is taken from the status detail. It's actually last known status for the given agent. So when it's when the message to the agent was successful, it's online. When it failed, so it means the agent is offline. We can see the version of the agent, again the host name where the agent is installed, the port it is using, operation system version of the host where the agent is installed, scheduler type and scheduler name. In my case, all this information is the same because I only edit one scheduler here. Basically, the same information we can see when we select an agent and click View Details. So here we also can see the same information provided as on the page, plus the plugins installed and the given agent is using, install time, start time, boot time, and so on. What we can do also on this page is that we can configure the page layout here by clicking the configure button over here. So, for example, when we don't want like instance column, we can hide it. When we want to have agent name on the first place, we can rearrange this and click apply. You can see that the agent name is now on the first place. When we need to reset again the page layout how it was before, so here is the button to reset the layout, and we can see that again the layout is back in the default state. The other thing is we can filter the view. For example, let's try to display only online agents. So we can also use other filters here. For example, let's apply the filter for the agents that are using Linux operating system, and we can see all the applied filters are gathering up here in this filter chip box. In order to remove the filters, we can either remove specific filter separately by clicking the X icon next to the specific filter, or we can remove all the applied filters by clicking the X icon in the chip filter chip box. So like this, all the applied filters are removed. The other feature here that is useful to use is to export all the filters by clicking the export button, and this will export the list of the filters into the CSV file. Browser download will begin, and when we check, we can see the CSV file that was downloaded on local computer with all the information needed. Other useful option is, for example, when we select an agent, we can retrieve the logs of the given agent. Basically, it will display all the logs located in the agent log folder with pre-selected active logs. What we can do here is we can either select all the logs, meaning active and inactive logs. So you can see also the inactive logs are chosen now, or we can click none and select a specific log manually. And click to retrieve. Again, browser download starts and the zip file is downloaded. And the log folder, it was downloaded only with a selected log file. So when we open it, we can see all the information here. Another useful feature is the possibility to update the agent param txt file. So by clicking, let me just repeat it again, by clicking the commands button and agent parameters here, or by selecting the kebab menu here and agent parameters option here, the agent parm file would be downloaded and displayed here. What we can do here is we can review the file, the options set up, or we can also edit the file. So let me just, for the demonstration, to enter a command here and update it. Dialog window would appear that the agent would be actually restarted and restarted with the new agent parameter file. So when you try to update the agent parameter file, the agent is stopped and again started with the updated agent parameter file. So it's actually taking a little bit while, and we need to wait until the agent is restarted. We can see that the toast window appeared here in the upper right corner, that the agent parameter was successfully updated. Let me just present the agent parameter file again, and we can see that the command was inserted here. One good thing here is that when you make a mistake and update the agent parameter file with invalid statement, so when the agent tries to start with the invalid agent parameter file and would not succeed, the change you made to the agent parm would be rolled back, and the agent would be actually started again with the previous good agent parm file. So other useful thing here is the possibility to quiesce the agent. So by choosing this option, the communication to the agent would be stopped. You can see again the toast message was received, and status details is showing that the agent is quiesced. So when we select the available commands for quiesced agent, we can see that we have only one option enabled right now, and it's to restart the quiesced agent. So let me go ahead. And again, toast window was received, and status detail was updated with the active status. Another option here is to stop start agent. This is actually doing what it reads here. It will stop the agent and start the agent. This is the same thing that is done when you update the agent parameter file. So I'm not gonna I'm not gonna proceed with this option here again. The reason why it's not called restart is because in the agent terminology, the restart is using for unquiescing quiesced agents. So that's why stop start is used here. Another thing here is to stop the agent. There is one thing here that needs to be mentioned, that when you stop the agent from the agent manager, you would not have obviously to you would not have a possibility to start the agent from this interface, because actually the connection with the machine where the agent is running or installed would be lost, because it's actually it's the agent that provides for the connection. So you would have to restart the agent from the host machine manually. So I'm not gonna proceed with this one as well. So basically, this is all we can do here. We got an option for to upgrade the agents here. Let me just show you the difference between administrator account and operator account. So I'm gonna log out here and use the operator account. And you can see actually that what I can see here is all the agents that were added by the admin. And you don't have a possibility to issue commands against an agent. You can only view the details. Or you can retrieve the logs. On scheduler page, you can only view the connected schedulers, but you don't have a possibility to add a new scheduler. So let me again log back in with the administrator account. And we can go ahead with the and we can try to upgrade an agent. In order to upgrade an agent, the first thing administrator needs to do is to add an installer. So for that, you need to go to the installer page. Right now, I already preloaded 2 installators for Linux and Windows agents for 12.1 versions here. I did so because it's due to the size of the installer files. It's taking a while when after the installer is added. So I will just present here to add a dummy installer. So when you click an add button, dialog window appears, and here you need to provide the installer type. So we have various Linux architectures or Windows. I'm gonna select Linux one. You need to provide the version of the agent. Because I will be adding a dummy installer, I will use this version. One thing here to mention is that the version needs to be provided in a specific format. When the format is different, you will get a message about the different format. Installer file, you need to choose the installer file. I will use this dummy file just for the demo purpose. And you can provide some description. It's free-form text. You can provide whatever you want. The unique identifier for the installer is actually installer type and the version. So we can go ahead and click add, and we can see that the installer was added here. So we can go back to the agents page and, for example, select an agent we want to upgrade. I'm gonna proceed with this one. We can see it's the version 11.4. So first thing that needs to be done is to stage the installer. We can click on upgrade button and stage agent installer. Here, based on the agent type, because it's Linux agent, so installer type was already pre-selected. The current version is 11.4, and the new version is based on the installers that were added. We have there two installers. It's the dummy version or the 12.1 version. So I'm going to proceed with 12.1. There is also possibility to select pre-install or post-install scripts here. This was a request from the customers, so we added it here. So let me go ahead. I've got some basic scripts here prepared. So this can be some scripts in any file that the machine that the agent resides on can handle. So let me just provide it. Pre-install script and a post-install script. So as the name suggests, the pre-install script would be run before the installation. After the script completes successfully, installation of the agent is performed. After it's completed successfully, post-installation script is performed. And when all these three steps are completed successfully, then the upgrade is actually considered successful. There are also other options available here. You can switch between to retain the logs and spool files for the given agent. Default option is to keep the logs and spool files, or you can select JVM bundled with agent installer, or you can provide JVM separately by providing the path where the JVM resides on the host agent host machine. I'm gonna use the bundled JVM and click on the stage installer button. You can see here the progress indicator. When you hover over the spinner, that it will show the status that this agent installer is being staged. The same thing should be seen here on the upgrades page. Staging is staging in process. And again, the progress indicator. We can see also on the upgrades page the agent name that the installation is staged for. Again, some kebab menu with options available for this upgrade. Scheduler name, installer type, status. We can already see that the staging was successfully completed. Version, if the pre and post installation scripts are included, retain logs possibility, JVM source, and some timestamps. After the staging is complete, we can proceed with the upgrade itself. We have two options. Actually, we can either go from here to select the upgrade and click on the upgrade button, or we can actually go back to the agents page, select the agent, and we already can see that the upgrade agent option is available. For example, when we select another agent, we can see that this option is disabled because no upgrade was staged for this agent. So let me go back in here and click upgrade agent option. Again, a summary window is displayed with the installer type and the new version. You can check the pre script and post install script and options for the log and the JVM that were selected during the staging. In order to change these options, actually you need to go back and stage a new install new upgrade with the required settings. So here I can go ahead and click Upgrade Agent button. Now it's going to take a while. Those messages displayed again that the upgrade has started. We can again see the progress indicator here, and when hovering over the spinner, the information is displayed that the agent is being upgraded at the moment. So when we go back to the upgrades page, we can see that the status already changed here, and the upgrade of the agent is in process. All the timestamps are updated during this process. After the upgrade is completed and the status is changed, we can see here that the upgrade is complete. We can check and go back to the agent page, and we can select the agent, for example, refresh status, and we can already see that the version of the agent was changed to 12.1. A very useful thing here is on the upgrade page. You can select the upgrade page when the upgrade is complete, and you can actually get the upgrade log. Again, the browser will download the zip file with all the logs related to the upgrade. And basically what we can see here is an agent log. Review all the information here. We can see the pre-install error log because the upgrade was successful. This is empty, so we can check the pre-installation log. This was already the script that I set up as a pre-installation. It was just a couple of echoes here, so you can see that this was completed fine. The same is valid for the post-installation script. Error log is empty because it was successful. So let's check the output of the post-installation script. Again, a couple of echoes here, and we can see that the installation was completed fine. There is also an upgrade log where are all the steps of the upgrade process written down. So you can see, for example, creating pre-installs, std out log, error log, performing upgrade installation, installer std out log and error logs, and again post-install scripts, and the message that the agent has been successfully upgraded. The last thing to mention here is that when the upgrade is completed, actually the record stays here. You've got the option to remove the record, or you can keep it here. When another upgrade is performed, it will be added here, and this can be used for audit purposes later. And this basically concludes the live demo. Thank you.
All right, Daniel, I'm going to give you control back just so you can put up the last couple slides.
Sure. So, we actually don't have like more content to be presented other than the demo. So I would like to, thank you all for joining the session, and I hope it brought some value to you. And now, just before we conclude the whole session, I think we should open it for Q&A.
Thanks, Daniel. We do have a question I want to ask. Is it possible to keep CA7 running on mainframe and install CA7 workload agent on the distributed side without migrating the schedule?
Yeah, so you don't need to be migrating the scheduler anywhere, but the prerequisite for the agent manager is that it runs only on the Unix system services. So currently you cannot install the agent manager on some Windows or Linux machine. Yeah, so there is a hard requirement that the agent manager has to run on the USS. Yeah. However, there is no need to migrate your current scheduler anywhere. It just stays.
Thank you, folks. If you have any questions for the guys, please put it in the questions box under the GoToWebinar control panel. I will also take this chance to remind you about our post-event survey that will pop up at the end. We would love some feedback on today's session. If you are writing a longer question, feel free to just type wait or please wait and hit enter so that we don't close it while you are still typing. But even if you type it and enter it as we close, I will still be able to capture that and send it to the team. All right, I don't see anything else coming in, so I guess we can go ahead and wrap up. Gentlemen, thank you. Someone just said please wait, so we will let them type another question. Oh, a couple folks have said wait, so we will let them type.
Sure, take all the time needed.
All right, so when installing on USS on an LPAR, does it have visibility to all other LPARs?
Yes, that should be okay. So.
All right. We'll just wait another couple seconds. All right, I don't see anything else coming in, so let's go ahead and wrap up. Daniel and Yuri, thank you very much for your time today. And to everyone who joined us, we really appreciate your time as well. We know there's a lot of virtual events happening. So we appreciate you attending one of ours. Have a great day, and we'll talk to you next time.
Thank you all for joining, and just if there will be some question that you would like to be answered later, or you realize that you wanted to ask something you hadn't had time for that, just ping me directly, or question on some of the communities, either CA7 or ESP communities, and we will get back to you with the answers. So again, thank you all for your attendance, and have a nice rest of the day.
Thank you. Bye.